Good evening, everyone. Oops. Why isn't that going away? There we go. Now I can see you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. Sorry about those little technical difficulties at first there. This stream runs every night, starting from Sunday to Thursday at 8/7 Central Time. Feel free to comment and ask any questions that you have in the chat down below as you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer your questions when I can and as we go throughout the stream or after even. With all of that out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. An investigation is underway after an overnight fire in Baraga County. Few details have been released, but this video shows the gas station in Covington was destroyed. This is the North 141 Travel Plaza at the intersection of US 141 and M28. Covington Fire Department trucks and crews were still at the scene around 11:30 this morning, with a small amount of smoke visible. The Baraga County Sheriff's Office says the cause is unknown and a fire investigator will be at the scene on Friday. No injuries from the fire were reported. The plan to redevelop the former Marquette Hospital site took another step forward today in our next story. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer stopped by and was at a ceremony to recognize the importance of redevelopment at the former hospital site. Local and state leaders say the $166 million project is one of the largest redevelopments in UP history. The demolition project got $8 million in funding from the last state budget and will happen in 2 phases.
Right now is phase 1. It's basically all of the buildings south of College Avenue except for the blood bank building. And phase 2 will be the Nelberg building and blood bank building, which will be next year after the UP Health System Marquette vacates those buildings. We expect that by the end of 2023, most of the buildings on phase 1 will be demolished.
To hear how Governor Whitmer feels about the project, go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And for our next story this evening, 28 high school students from the Marquette area now have a head start in the trades. The UP Construction Council held a graduation ceremony this morning for its Building Trades Summer Camp. High school students could get first-hand construction experience over 6 weeks. Governor Whitmer was the keynote speaker at the graduation. She says the economy relies on people who work in the trades.
Not everyone should take the same path. We would never have a prospering economy if everyone was a dentist or a pipe fitter. We need people to explore whatever path is right for them, but also to be on one that'll get them a good paying job so they can build a life and a family.
A pretty special moment there for that class of graduates. And after more than 15 years of being ineligible for statewide postseason soccer tournaments, Upper Peninsula high schools will once again be included this year. Today, a federal court approved a joint request by the group Communities for Equity and the MHSAA to allow UP schools to participate in both boys and girls state soccer tournaments. They had been left out of statewide postseason play since 2006. This change will go into effect this coming school year, beginning with the boys' season this fall. And take a look. If you were in Marquette, you may have noticed something unique in the sky today. A Chinook helicopter arrived at the Marquette Army National Guard Armory this morning. The helicopter picked up National Guard members who were in the Marquette area visiting from across the state. National Guard officials say the purpose of this visit was to discuss ways to increase recruitment numbers and build camaraderie.
We had an opportunity where we went out and we did PT every morning. We just got done jumping off of black rocks this morning, which was beautiful. And then we had just really some serious discussions about what it is that we are going to do to improve, how we go about ensuring that the community knows who we are.
The National Guard members who left today will be flying to Detroit before heading back to their respective posts across the state. And take a look for our final story tonight. Cognition Brewery in Marquette is launching a special beer on Friday for the Upper Peninsula Animal Welfare Shelter, and it's several years in the making. The beer is called the U-Paws Staff Pick and is a raspberry wheat beer in honor of the shelter staff. It's the last beer to launch from the Name a Beer After Your Pet auction at the 2019 U-Paws Cause for Paws Gala. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the winners weren't able to celebrate the launch of their special brews then. One U-Paws volunteer says the winners decided to take a different route in naming the beer.
The donors for this beer in particular are very familiar faces that have done this auction item every year since we started, but they would like to highlight the staff this year instead of their own pet and give them a chance to highlight all of their pets.
The release party will take place from 6 to 9 in the evening this Friday at Cognition Brewery in the 3rd Street Marketplace in Marquette. $1 from every staff pick beverage sold will be given back to U-Paws. And that's all the stories we have for this evening. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8/7 Central Time with a recap of tomorrow's headlines. If you have a story idea you'd like to make known to us you feel that we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, that's at any time. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you all for joining me again live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a good rest of your night.